Right. Good evening, hope everyone is well, and yeah. So, before we head into Project 06 itself, yeah, I did a little preamble. Obviously, Sonic 06, we know it. We know it's a bad game. I streamed the PS3 version of Sonic 06, nearly 5 years ago? Or even... no. Probably 5 years ago, or slightly more than, or just slightly over 5 years ago, because it was the first thing I streamed after I got home from uni. And yeah, Project 06 isn't a mod; it's a fan recreation. But yes, but before we start playing, for anyone who maybe hasn't seen 06 in a while, because why would you willingly subject yourself to it? Just prepped a little video, just to remind what 06 is a bit like, for those who may not remember exactly, may not have precise images in their mind. So I'll be back after this short little video. Actually, while it's loading, note things like bugs, slowdown, enemies popping out of nowhere, and the absolute... I had the word in my head earlier, but shambles, I guess, is another word, of that is Mark Speed's section. But yeah, so there's the little video of 06 first. I remembered the word I was going to use for the Mark Speed section. Pandemonium, which you'll see right now.
That tornado's carrying a car!
The Sonic recordings I made nearly 10 years ago, still coming in handy. Anyways, that was just it for a quick little refresher, a quick little Little point of comparison just for Project 06 here. Once that loads up, which apparently I've installed a mod loader on. I don't remember doing that, but apparently I do. Right, there we get OBS capturing it. Here we go. It's game. Generic game capture. Do I have that set to capture audio? I do. Cool. The only part of the game you remember is Shadow kicking Silver in the head. I mean, that is the best part of the game, to be fair. Right, just get the controller in a better position. So, this is Project 06. As we go on, just turn the game down slightly. So yeah, this is basically a fully from the ground up remake in progress of Sonic 06. I think the developer has said that scope-wise they've slightly lessened it. It's just going to be like the levels and bosses. But as of now, Project 06 is basically remade all the levels, I believe, for all three main characters. I've mostly got experience with Sonic stuff, but I'm going to be playing through all of it on stream. No idea how long it will take. And just showing off some of the other stuff as well. Let's go. Why are you set to 1080p? Come on. I mean, you guys won't be able to see 40p, but I will. Get my settings correct. Being a fan game as well, there are some customizations you can do. Which are nice. It's fan game stuff. So we're going to start with Sonic. So obviously part of the... So Ben was saying about remaining skeptical that 06 is fixable. For one thing, this does away with some of the worst bits of 06, which is the story. Story's not been adapted. It's just the levels. So this pretty much looks and runs miles better, although I am wondering if it's how well it's running the stream. I may actually turn it down to just to save my poor graphics card VRAM. Maybe it was onto something with setting it to 1080. It's possible to mod the cutscenes in. I'll leave that to people who like 06's story. I don't like 06's story, so yeah. And yeah, it's completely remade from scratch in Unity. So yeah. So one thing you might remember... I swear I had the camera not inverted. Oh no, it probably was inverted from the original. So you might remember Sonic's animations, very stiff before. That's no longer the case now. Also, the gems are now things you find in the levels. And Sonic's meter actually works. I mean, the Tornado gem's not useful particularly, but you know. Yeah, also, due to being a game designed for modern PCs, it looks a heck of a lot better than the original. One of the options is to have the homing attack reticle, and I've also got Sonic using a Sonic Adventure style jump ball because that's my preference. Also, if I can get on... No, I can't get on that roof. Sonic has some slope physics as well. The spin dash is no longer useless like it was in 06. Also, you may remember in my video, Homing attacked onto the wall and started running in circles because of the physics. Not something you can do here. Sonic actually controls sensibly. You can spam your homing attack to do homing attachments faster. By basically letting Sonic control properly, it lets the level design actually have a chance to shine. Because the level design itself was relatively solid in the original game. It's just the bad controls, bugs, slowdown, and the game just kind of being held together with tape didn't really let that happen. You may also remember Tails. Oh, I die here, that's my fault. Tails controlled terribly in the original. He was really slow, his flight was very stilted. Also had no visible... It was hard to tell when he was nearly tired. But now, there's a proper meter. Also, characters in 06 couldn't jump on enemies. Characters in Project 06 can now jump on enemies properly. I'm probably not going to get an S rank because I'm explaining all these things. So in Sonic 06, as we know, Tails has dummy ring bombs. You can actually see where you're aiming now. But the dummy ring bombs are still stupid. So the developers have added this tail swipe from Sonic Adventure into this game. Don't know why I was expecting it to be a spring, it's Tails. Oops. That was my fault, I forgot to press jump to... Okay, some of the 06 automation's still there.
Whoa, that's a big one.
Yeah. But yeah, Tails is a lot more fun to control. All the extra characters are just a lot better to control now than they used to be. They're all faster. They just feel better. I mean, no one felt good to control in the original, I don't think. But everyone has a lot more sense of momentum and speed. With Tails, though, I believe you can still cheese this area by flying over everything, so I was just explaining stuff. Sonic 06. But as I said, it's Sonic 06, but good. Tell the camera's not to my liking, to my preferences and settings, because I keep turning it the wrong way.
Thank you, Tails.
Also, the gate goes down all the way. In Sonic 06 it didn't. And that's how long it takes to load. So, Mach speed sections are a lot more bearable now. By default, the running speed's a little bit slower. You can steer Sonic in the air. You couldn't steer Sonic in the air originally, as you might have seen in that clip when I died in Kansas City. Sonic also has proper animations for jumping, and he actually lands on the walls properly. But if you think this is too slow, you can hold forwards, and Sonic will go even faster. But you can bump into things, certain things, without getting hurt. Some things will still hurt you. And it might be dependent on your speed. But these Mach speed sections, they're actually controllable and playable. I mean, it was possible to get used to them in the original. I mean, I could get used to them in the original, but they were off-putting, to say the least. Of course, with Project 06, you still get Sonic 06's less than stellar performances from the voice cast. But by that point, if you take that away, then it's not really Sonic 06 anymore. Right, I'm going to try playing the level properly instead of just explaining stuff. See if I can get a better rank. I'm going to change that camera back though. Game settings. I guess invert camera X means turn it to normal rather than inverted, because it was inverted by default in the original. Everything else is fine though.
Let's get going.
So we're gonna do Wave Ocean again, and we'll try and get better rank, just so I can show an actual playthrough,
Save Elise.
rather than explaining stuff and dying because I'm trying to explain things. I mean, it was possible to make Sonic 06 look competent if you knew how to play it, which I did, but the difference here, I mean, you kind of almost have to feel it to do it. It is kind of night and day difference. Just where things actually work properly. Sonic's actually has momentum, so you don't have to just run around in circles to stop yourself. You might notice when people play Sonic 06, they'll have the characters run in circles or jump in circles just to like keep themselves in one spot because of how wonky control was in that game. Not so much here. You can actually get characters which you control naturally here.
Okay, Sonic, I'll be right back. Sweet!
Let's do the cheese strat again. Who needs to do the actual one? It's like they've peeled off Sonic 06's skin and put it over a robot that is much better than its original body. Kinda is.
Thank you, Tails. You
Also, I don't know if the time limit in the Tails section here is still a thing. In the original 06, you did only have a certain amount of time, otherwise the Orca got out and went to the area that Sonic was
We're not
already
gonna
going
make
to go.
it.
I don't know.
Let's speed up.
Let's see if I can do this bit without getting hit. Also, you might notice from the video I showed, hitting that 1-up box and then falling like a rock and dying on the bridge. Yeah, in the original 06, if you weren't holding forwards when you hit that thing, Sonic would just plummet.
What?
Let's not go as fast here. Speed back up. It was put the Lightspeed Dash on its own button, like in the Boost games, so you can Lightspeed Dash much more confidently.
Elise, hang in there.
Also, I'm using the game. This game has the option to use an earlier model of Sonic, the Tokyo Game Show version, which has different animations. I don't normally use it. I'm just used to Final 06's animation, like model line animations. But I thought I'd use it on this stream just to show it off. Oh, that's an easy S rank. Yeah. Nice. Also, you don't have to wait 5 years. This ring loads. So, thumbs up for that. Nice,
Elise,
Dusty Desert.
hold on tight.
Right, Elise does still exist here, unfortunately. Whoa, whoa. Ah, yes, the sand actually kind of works in a slightly sensible way now. Oh, no, okay. In the original,
Elise,
the
hold
sand
on
basically
tight.
acts as a bottomless pit. So you pretty much just fall through it instantly when you touch it. Here, it seems like you've got a chance to save yourself. Ow. Guess I'm not going that way then. Yeah, and I know, that's why I was confident that 61k was the S rank. Yeah, I've played maybe a bit too much 06 for how active it is. Spamming on the attack. Just can't do that in the original. You have to wait for the stupid recovery time. You know? You just spam it like the adventure games. It's great. Itself, that shield doesn't act as a shield. It is a much more effective attack than it used to be, though. Because you could use it as an attack in the original, but it was really ineffective and usually end up getting hit. I don't really ever use it as an attack for those big multi-hit enemies.
That robot will toss bombs from the walls. I've got to watch out.
Alright, there we go. Get that. Jump. Please skip this whole... Oh no, never mind. I messed up. I can't skip the whole annoying section.
So I can knock it down easily.
I was going to skip this whole section, but apparently not. It's fine though, because we'll actually be able to control ourselves and do things properly. Ouch. This probably isn't going to be a very good rank because yeah, tragically though, yeah, we didn't erase this. But hey, at least the story's not there, so that's fine. I'm just not a fan of Elise as a character. But hey, she's just here as a gameplay thing in this version. Ah, I barely missed out on the S there. If I didn't keep getting hit. Ah well. Right, White Acropolis. So the board in the original controlled
This is a
Terrorism.
pretty cold place for a base.
It would just get stuck.
Press and
And
hold the A button as long as you can, and release it right at the jump
yeah, it would just
ramp.
get stuck, and you had to hold forwards to make it move properly. It was bad. Also, the jump, you couldn't just press jump, you had to like charge jump and then let go, which you still have to do here, but it's at least more responsive here. And you can get a little hot just by tapping as well. So I swear the grind rails never worked in the original. And I've added this little kick for Sonic to do the acceleration things. It's handy. Also, running into things doesn't just make him flip over and go, ugh! So much as like tap to tree or a wall.
That's a big snowball.
Something just do this really comical, pathetic looking flip and just go, ugh! So the directionality of the controls usually got wonky in the first kind of section, so.
Okay, let's head straight to Eggman's base.
Yeah, they've added little cinematics, sort of at the beginning and end of areas as well.
Explode. I gotta be careful when I break
Sonic!
Because I'm more confident in the controls, let's actually take this history over here. Let's get your points.
If I can move without being caught by the searchlights, I'll be able to get to Eggman
I think one of the things I love about this series,
Let's keep going.
you can play it a bit more like Sonic Adventure, where you spin that, where the spin dash is the more important part of the reset.
Switch somewhere!
Because in the original, the spin dash was useless because you had to come to a stop to use it, and then jump while using it, and it was very slow. And to do things like attacking while moving, you were meant to do the sweep kick. And which just wasn't very fun. Right, we're going to see a bit more Tails' dummy ring bombs here. Yeah, being able to properly aim them is so useful. And being able to aim at enemies in the air as well. Because before you kind of just would drop them. You just would drop them in front of him. So you had to circle around the enemies. And it was, again, a pain. Searchlight. I will still maintain that dummy ring bombs for Tails was stupid in the first place. I know they were in Heroes as well, as is like a move for with Sonic and Knuckles were out of commission, but I still think they were stupid. At least they don't completely lag out the game anymore. I mean, if you're playing on a toaster computer, then that probably would, but I'm not playing on a toaster, so... They could easily give them normal bombs. Well, hear me out, in the original, they could have just, in the original 06, you know... Yeah, they could have just given him the Sonic Adventure style moveset, you know?
Those are guided missiles. What's more, they explode on impact. If they lock onto you, you've got to shoot them.
Oh no, I think there's a switch into here. But yeah. Oh, okay, that's not very useful. Oh no, it doesn't work.
Thanks.
So I'm not sure.
No.
Whoops. Oh no, I'll fall back, am I? Oh, I'm right back. Oh no, there is the tail section. Right. Whoops. Oh, I let that go at the wrong time.
Just leave it to me.
Yeah, in the original 06, the strategy was pretty much just hover over enemies and spam things when you hit them. But, yeah. Here, you'll actually aim at enemies when you're near them with the airborne bombs. Much better. I'm trying to remember if you had to destroy the searchlights in the original. I can't remember.
Those are guided missiles. What's more, they explode on impact. If they lock onto you, you've got to shake them.
Rings, I need rings. I got very greedy there. Right. Yeah, I don't think you have to play through this hallway in the original. But it adds a bit more continuity to the level design, I think.
We're close to Eggman's place.
There's no time. Let's keep going.
I feel like the flips they give them the enemies here. Can I be cheeky? Yes, I can. I get that level of maneuverability in the original 06. No, not spend much there. This way, isn't it? Yeah. No, 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 no. Oh. Now I think the gems, with the last thing about them being found in the levels, I think there's one in every level. I don't know where they all are though. Yeah, I haven't got a clue where they all are. That's not going to be a very good rank, because I died a bunch. Yeah. And White Acropolis was never my favourite level in 06 anyway. The board's annoying, and then the last section is okay, but in the original you had to play as Tails. Alright, Crisis
Shadow,
City.
don't be late.
Add a little cutscene here.
You're talking to me?
So I think scenes like this use lines that were unused in the original. Right, improvements to the board. I'm going to finish this crap here. It's actually possible to aim for these rails without having to rely on luck or think muscle memory. And you can get on those rails in the original, but it's annoyingly difficult. And the board is just a lot more steerable here. Actually get on these like higher routes. That's that one. That's fine there. And in the original, it ended with a loading screen right before you hit those dash pads for some reason. Makes a lot more sense to run around the loop. And again, the loading zone.
To move to an adjacent rail, jump on
They
using
added
the
proper
left
rail
stick.
switching as well. In the original 06 you had to manually jump to rails. Which in that case, it was like, oh goodness, that you really attack them.
The whole city's on fire.
I played Crisis City quite a bit. Oh yeah, the soundtrack is as good as ever. It gets to shine in a game you can actually control and enjoy. You can achieve a sense of, you can achieve a state of flow in Project 06, which you just can't in the original. Right, in this section, Sonic doesn't run past the rings in this building.
Blast through here.
He actually collects them now. In the original, he would just awkwardly... that was dangerous. He would just awkwardly run past those rings. Maybe you could argue it was to incentivize using the gem that lets you magnetize rings to you, but... no, I don't think that's what it was. Hey Kuma, welcome. Playing some What If Sonic 06 was actually made well. Hope you're having a good day.
This lamppost. Maybe I can swing off.
Sonic's. Oh then. Oh. Sonic's still got his gravity defying enemy attack. But because...
Whoa!
That's my fault. But because of the reticle, which you can turn off if you want, but I don't have it on, you can actually see what you're planning attacking.
Maybe I can swing off.
I believe it, yeah, Secret Range is the very first Sonic game to have a reticle attack. It's an inclusion I'm very glad that they found in that game. I mean, in Secret Rings you needed it, because of the way it was so tight in the control scheme.
It looks like I can jump from there.
I'm going to end up with a bad rank, probably, so I'll die maybe under the And here we go. Mark Speed
That
section.
tornado's carrying it
In the
off.
original, this is one of the most harrowing sections of the game, There's just things flying everywhere. If you jumped, you're basically guaranteed to die unless you were completely locked, like, dead to head. It was pandemonium. Like, you could learn it, but it was hard to learn. It's a lot more manageable here. Being able to steer your jumps is a lifesaver. Although, it is dangerous in a couple of senses. If you slow down too much by hitting stuff, that tornado will catch up to you and you will die. And they throw you a curveball at the end here. You'll jump over this big lorry. Ouch. Ruined my rank, getting hit and dying as well. It's doing so well as well. With Sonic 06, it's often if you manage to get to the end of the level with like decent amount of rings and just not dying, that's usually good rank because you just rack up so many points because the original game had you fight so many enemies. Right, on to Flame Core. This one was definitely not the original. Don't recall it being in an Aurora though. This time of year, this time of day. And actually is a view instead of looking rubbish. Not quite normal legs. Yeah, that's based on being 06. It's not my personal preference for Sonic design, but my Sonic bias is live with classics, so yeah. I think this part does exist in the original Flame Core.
Whoa! Are you all coming out to say hi?
I guess actually the camera pulls out as well, just like this.
His weak point is the core of the head. You gotta hit it once when it comes into view.
The legs of the quintessential anime hero.
This bridge is gonna collapse any minute.
I suppose by this point in time, obviously, Sonic had, well, we had a couple of animes by this point, by 2006. One modern one, that's it. This one wasn't exactly a series. Oh, good. Just wait for a moment there. So Sonic has a lot more aerial ability in Sonic's original 06.
That's not a nice welcome.
Still not big on these rooms where you have to stop and fight enemies. I'd rather like. Game volume's a little odds with your mic. Is the game too loud or too quiet? Do let me know. Oh, is it loud? Yeah. Right, I'll lower it a little bit. Yeah. How about there? So let me know if I've overdone it. Wrong button. You know what? It's because I was playing some Sonic Frontiers the other day. I was playing some Frontiers the other day, and yeah, in that, you know, the left button of the left base button is your homing attack. Yeah, my volumes were set up for other stuff, and I think I based it on the menu when I started the stream. Obviously, the menu's a bit quiet in a level like Flame Core. Yeah, I'm still not huge on rooms like this where you just stop and fight enemies, but at least with Sonic's faster combat. You know, you can at least make it through them a bit quicker. Let's try not to get hit by the, you know, rocks and whatnot. I don't have time for a drink in the loading screens. I don't remember if there were speed shoes in the original. Can you go supersonic in this game? I think if you find like all the like gems in the levels, I think so. Where am I? I think it's possible to, because like it was planned for the original 06, but scrapped because, you know, Sonic 06, many things are scrapped. But yeah, I don't know where all the gems are though, so I'd have to like look it up.
Whoa, the flame died.
Alright, this room with the this, you know, the dark lighting. It's a lot more like cohesive / impressive, I guess, looking than originally. And the camera shows where to go as well, which was a bit of a problem in the original. Alright. Oh! Missed the rainbow ring. At least the lava doesn't immediately take out all your rings. Right. So yeah, one of the problems with this level originally was you had to play as Knuckles. Knuckles sucked in the original 06. His glide was way too heavy. He got stuck on walls. If you tried to jump on the wall, he would just get stuck. His combat just had no weight to it whatsoever. He's much improved. He's got like a proper 3-hit combo now. His like drill thing is actually useful. He's got like the like this drill thing, which again actually does work. His glide isn't so heavy. Like, you can actually pull it, like, Knuckles actually works in this game. Like, he plays a lot more like he does in Adventure 1 now. Also, in the original, you would play through that section as Knuckles to open the way for Sonic, and then Sonic would just magically appear at the end of the section. This time, you gotta actually get there as Sonic. Ouch. So, you could not do that in the original. The spin dash would not take you through enemies, if I remember correctly. Not really sure what the point of that is, other than getting a few extra points. Well, I managed to avoid those flames somehow. Hold on, has the game been in a small window this entire time? Hold on. Where's the transform? Transform. Scale to outer bounds. There we go. Has that been in the time? Has that had a black border around it the whole time? Ah. Alright, Radical Train. This one was always stressful because you always had this sort of soft time limit to, well, not soft, you had a time limit to beat the train at every section, otherwise you'd lose, you'd die and have to restart. With Sonic having much more flow to his controls, this is a bit less daunting. Also, they've added like this sort of lever object, or stop, or you know, the objects that you aim for, instead of just doing a generic switch. Which I don't know, I think it's neat. We can still use Sonic's anti-grav homing attack to get on top of the rails. The Radical Train's on one of the shorter levels in the game, actually. And once again, the max speed sections can be a lot more controllable. Hitting the trains going by now no longer is no longer gets you. I would say no longer gets you hurt, but apparently you can get stuck in them. That's never happened to me before. Okay. So they would bounce you back ordinarily. I just happened to get myself caught in like a little opening on the train between the trains. Oh no, it does get you hurt. Okay. But it bounces you back a bit so you have a chance to recover. You don't just sort of go flying.
Is Elise on board?
The train explosion graphics are a bit more convincing this time. Muscle memory has taught me to go to the far right one, because that's got a 1-up in it. In the original 06, you wanted as many 1-ups as you could, because, you know, the game would happily just kill you randomly. I didn't die. Believe they got an S rank again. Alright, Tropical Jungle. This is another release level. And I'm probably going to end up getting lost, as I usually do in this level. Now, I don't know if the rain effect was in the original game, but it's a nice little touch. Actually, I think the rain effect was, well, presumably in Kingdom Valley in the original. Isn't there a spring here? Yes, there is. No. You know what? That didn't go to plan. I was about to say how those swinging vines were a lot better than they were. They feel a lot more reliable, but I mean, that was just me being bad. That wasn't the game's fault. They glow a lot more obviously when when you can jump off them.
Hang on tight.
Now, one thing I will give this level props for is there's a lot of routes you can go. You can, like, if you fall off, you can usually save yourself. But that does sometimes also mean you can fall off one bit, not know, fall onto another route, but not quite sure where you're meant to go. With the homing attack reticle, this route here is a lot less stressful. That little section always stresses me out in the original, because I'm never quite sure where my homing attack's going to take me. You know what, I should probably get that checkpoint.
Let's rip.
That's probably one of the automated sections that can break in the original if you're too far to one side.
Are you all right?
Yes.
We can use the weird shield power to walk on the water.
Looks like you can jump up and grind there.
Oh wow, I skipped over most of that. Ah, the joys of being good at Sonic. Just the satisfaction of doing stuff like that. Ah, so close to an S. I say that and I've got a B, but you know, so close to the amount of points for an S. Alright, here we go. Kingdom Valley. That's probably the most famous level for most 6. This and Crisis City are probably the most famous.
So, we don't have time. Let's get to Elise right away. All right.
And yeah, Kingdom Valley actually has a chance to shine here. Right, let's take the eagle. You know, let's just go over the level I just was saying was good. Nope. Gem. Why is it that it's the, like, naff ones that I'm finding? And not, like, the fun ones? Oh well.
Let's try going up.
Up is always a good way to go in Sonic games. Some of the level design in here did influence the level design in Shadow Generations' Kingdom Valley as well. So if you remember how the level was in that, you might recognise some sections. Right, of all the characters, I think Silver's got the biggest glow up. He runs at a more proper speed. He's even got a new running animation. The reticle makes his attacks better. They've added a new attack for him, doing that, which can damage enemies. That slam attack is a lot more consistent.
I think I can knock that structure down.
Silver's just a lot better to use now. You unfortunately can't exploit his like his like hover anymore. But yeah, you used to be able to exploit his hover to get further than you were intended to, but Alas. There are apparently some fun upgrades you can get him in his story, or his quote-unquote story, in his levels. But I've not got a clue where they are. He's much more consistent at picking things up as well. Like when bullets are thrown at him. The one like criticism I might have with how Silver controls in this game is he might be too good to control now, like too fast, because his levels are kind of made with his terrible slow controls in the original in mind.
Man, the staircase is damaged. Now I'll have to use my power. Hey, not bad.
But yeah, Silver's just a lot better now. Like, he was terrible in the original 06, but now he's actually bearable. I say bearable, he's actually fun. Oh, wow, that's gone laggy. Wow. So this game is targeting sort of medium to high-end PCs. Has Silver been playable in any game since? Not counting spin-offs like racing and whatnot. Only Sonic Rivals, to my knowledge, like to my recollection. And those games are on the PSP. They're some of the few Sonic games I have not really played. Oh man, this level is lagging like nothing else.
No sweat.
Oh wait, no, that's the way in. And I'm only running this at 1080p, I'm not even running this at my full screen resolution. To say that this is hardware intensive, yeah. I can run it without worrying about falling off. Because there used to be a worry in that section. You do unfortunately have these long sections where you kind of do nothing. But that's just part of the level design. Boom! Actually, well, this charged up homing attack, I'm not quite sure how that's different to a normal homing attack, but other than being slower, I don't know. This section I hated in the original, because Lightspeed Dash and Bounce shared the same button in the original. It's got its own button here, so it's much less risky. Alright. This level is from Shadow Generations. Well, no, but it's in Shadow Generations.
That's a lot of enemies. Sonic,
I do like this little added scene here.
it's all yours.
And here we go, the Mark Speed section. Quite possibly the best Mark Speed section in the game. Visually impressive, just a cool concept as well. Great music too. Like, it's one of the parts of the original game that almost looks like, you know, it's from a good, finished game. Of course, the original is not good or finished. But yeah, they've added like more effects here, and it's just it is. I think it's pretty stunning. Because like conceptually, this is a cool set piece. Just obviously the original 06 couldn't fully do it justice. But I think the section's done justice in Project 06 here. Right, actually a good run of a level for once. Yeah, S rank. Oh yeah, the gold medals are in this. Alright, Aquatic Base. This is Sonic's final level.
The battleship will take off any minute. Tails, Knuckles, let's hurry.
And yeah, we have Tails and Knuckles with us.
If I slide, I can squeeze through.
Now in the original Aquatic Base, you pretty much... I mean, if you didn't die, you were almost guaranteed an S rank just because of how many enemies there were. So you would just end up getting enough score, even if your rings and time were bad.
This used to be a Soliana laboratory. It looks like it was
Oh yeah, that flip animation. Yeah, they added a flip animation if you jump out of a slide or swoop kick. Looks pretty cool. Alright. This section might lag. It's this section is... In the original, the graphics here were... You couldn't really tell that that was meant to be water. In the original, I don't think. Alright, here we go. The metal ball. You gotta walk on top of.
If I get on this ball, I'll be able to get over there.
Be careful not to fall.
If I remember right, I think it was one touch to one of these barriers and you would just die in the original, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head. But I think they give you, there's a bit of leeway here. They give you a few like hit points on the ball. Reflection map. Yeah. Ah! Yes, they give you some leeway here. You can get hit on this ball. Also, it controls so much better.
Sonic, there must be a switch for the door. Leave it up to me.
Yeah, let's tail swipe these things because that's just more fun than dummy ring bombs. Honestly. No shade to the 4Kids era voice actors, because you know you get to later games like Unleashed and Black Knight, and a lot of them did turn in good performances, but in this game, it wasn't it. I mean, it was probably a combination of poor direction and you know just the rushed nature of how this game was made. You know, I've got the tail swipe, but because it's Sonic 06, my brain kind of does default to the ring bombs. Like my muscle memory for Sonic 06 tells me to do dummy ring bombs. Alright. Now you're a problem. There we go.
Okay,
I know you have a bias against Tails' voice, Joe, but it's particularly... Yeah.
Thank you, Tails. You were a big help.
Yeah, I mean, I think the 4Kids voice for Tails might be my personal least favourite of Tails' voices, but in 06, like, I don't really think anyone put in particularly good performances. Again, I'm gonna blame mostly the 06's rough development and, you know, direction. The overall tone and direction of the game. Sonic himself just sounds really bland and boring compared to what he should be. Doing the same 10-second challenge on Bonanza for like 2 hours. So you're running chips and you get most in this challenge. Oh, that was risky. Ow. Let's just spin dash down here. Get past the doors before they even close.
How about a little help?
Sonic, we're out of time. Get on this ball. I'll take care of the rest.
So, you'll actually see Sonic if we turn the camera. Oh, maybe I've got to move a bit forwards first. But in this section, you'll see Sonic, right, like, running on the ball. Now this section was really the infamous one in terms of Knuckles not being able to jump off walls. In the original. No, Knuckles now, you know, controls properly. Also, Knuckles has different moves. There's 3-hit combo depending on what button you press at the end of it. Which is pretty cool.
Dang, where's the switch to turn off the laser?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like 100%ing a lot of, like... Oh no, you have to do it yourself. Okay, never mind. I don't know why I thought that you saw Sonic do it in the background. No, you have to do it yourself, which you didn't have to in the original. But this section's pretty simple, so... I don't think that they have to worry. Yeah, 100%ing 3D platformers, like, a lot of them in general, I find it can be tiring. Like, for most 3D platformers. So yeah, I now have enough points for an S rank. So as long as I don't die, it doesn't matter if I like take ages and like I lose all my rings. Like I just have enough points as long as I don't die. So I've been bound to attacking the big enemies mostly, but you can just mash only attack on them to kill them quickly. Which is pretty satisfying considering how long they take to kill in 06 proper. Right, and that's Aquatic Base. That should be an S rank.
Great!
Don't mind lots of collectibles or high skill challenges that shouldn't have actual grinding though. It's why I didn't bother getting all the standees in Mario Wonder, because I basically would have had to got close to 900, like pretty much 900 purple coins again, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I did everything else in that game. I don't care about that extra star. That's it for Sonic's levels, apart from the time where you pointlessly go through Wave Ocean against Tails, which accomplishes nothing in the story in the original. And it's just kind of a waste of time because Tails isn't fun to play in the original.
Wait up! We're coming!
Yeah, it's a bit of a pointless exercise in the original because, yeah. They just have you play through Wave Ocean a lot. I think I had one point where I was just sitting at lots of sitting at the max purple coins. That kind of screwed me over essentially, but I very much don't care about the standees, so especially given that they're mainly the online mode, which I haven't touched, so. And I I did everything else. I got all the 10 purple coins, I got all the actual collectibles. Cleared all the levels, all the exits, all the Wonder Seas or whatever they're called. I mean, that was cheap. That was cheap. Balloon Daisy got you hooked. Wonder Switch 2 version with WarioWare. Well, no, what I want is a Switch 2 upgrade that gives it higher frame rate. Give me that 120. Give me 120 Hz Mario Wonder, and I'll utterly replay it for that. So, replaying Wave Ocean, it's already you're already replaying it as it is, but then you get to here, and now we're on the exact same section that you play as. You play as with Tails when you play through as. When you play the main level as Sonic, and it's pretty much no different. Well, it's okay, it's a little bit different, but it's not much different.
Shoot! I have to let Sonic know right away! Sweet!
Right, since we're at 9:30, what I'm thinking is do a stream each for each character's campaign, so to speak. So I'll spend the rest of the level, spend the rest of the stream on in Sonic's stuff. I might see if I can get the gems. Project 06 gem locations. When do we get Xenoblade patches? At this point, I don't even care about I don't care too much about 60 FPS. I want Xenoblade X to be 1080p in handheld mode. That's what I want. I don't want the videos. I just want a list of where they are. To get apparently to get the rainbow gem you have to S rank every level, and I'm guessing that includes thingy. Includes all the other characters. I can't actually seem to find a list, a written list of where they are, just videos. I don't want to watch videos. You want the audio desyncing fixed before you get to the epilogue? Fine, I guess I'll look at a video. Alright, where in White Acropolis is this thing? Okay, it's in that area. Yeah, the bosses aren't in this yet. I think that's the aim for the next update. So is there not one in...
This is a pretty cold place for a base.
So is there not one in Dusty Desert? Right, we'll get through this section as quickly as I can.
Button as long as you can, and release it right at the jump ramp.
Even with the better board controls, Ice Cap this ain't. You know. Good music, but it's a very cramped. It's a very different snowboarding level to usual for Sonic because it's very cramped. There are lots of trees and stuff in the way. Right, so White Acropolis, yeah, it was there. Which is, it's like the nearly final area, I think. Yeah.
Now that's a big snowball.
I don't know if mashing X is making me go faster at all, but probably not. I think it's just meant to speed you up if you slow down.
Jump! Okay, let's head straight to Eggman's base. It looks like that container will explode. I gotta be careful when I break it.
What? Okay. I jumped way too early for that. It's fine, we're here for gems, not for ranks. Right. Whoops. Familiar with this was still see why you wouldn't play another game it's not 06. For me it's a couple of things. For one thing, I do think that these levels are quite fun. Once you have a Sonic that controls competently, and like a lot of the big issues like fixed. So that's what for me. That's like why I would play this. Sometimes you know, like why I could get in the mood to play this. Oh, I could totally make this. Ah, yes. No, it's an invisible wall. No. Ah. Okay. I can't cheese it that much. Still don't know what the point of this homing attack is. Like, this charged homing attack, I'm still not sure what the point of it is, you know? Yeah, when fixed up and, like, levels working properly and being more fun to play, it plays kind of like another Sonic Adventure game. So it's like, it kind of has that sort of novelty as well to it. you know. Because, like, I mean, I do love my, you know, the boost games, but sometimes I do want to play something more like adventure, but, you know, maybe I want to play something a bit different. I mean, it's also, obviously, Project 06 is also designed for people who liked 06 in the first place, and believe it or not, though, you know, those people do exist. So it's like an even better version of 06, but, you know. Of course, there are some people who will say that 06 was good, but then they're only talking about Project 06. And it's like clear that they didn't play the original. It's like, you know, like, oh, you know, 06 is like, you know, had all this ambition and did all this stuff, and it's like, no, you're confusing it with Project 06 now.
Those are guided missiles. What's more, they explode on impact. If they lock onto you, you've gotta shoot them.
Thanks.
Okay, I can't just slide through those. Those people need a shrink. Right, let's go this way. So it's around here somewhere. Yeah, here we go. The Sky Gem here. Yeah, you can throw it and then get pulled to where it is. This is one of the really broken ones in the original 06. Because there was basically no real... I don't think it had any like physics or anything. So it would just go straight where you threw it. So you could make massive like distance with it. You could just get like massive air with it in the original. Like it just pull you like way away from where where you were. Where's the one in Crisis City then? Okay, I've got to use a video guide. Right, so that's there. Oh, okay, that's a bit of a random place. I get that they're hidden, but that's a bit random. I don't know if I'll have time to grab all of them, but we'll see.
Shadow, don't be late. You're talking to me?
No, Joe. Those videos were on top of Sonic Heroes gameplay.
Watch out! It's gonna blow up!
I also appreciate how they didn't have Sonic just immediately go, the whole city's on fire as soon as he starts the level. It's like, yes, Sonic. It is on fire. He waits a little bit more into the level to say it this time. I guess I'm going this way this time. Nope. I don't have time for a drink between sections. Yeah, he says it there now. Right, the yellow gem is apparently down here. At least this was where it was in the video that I watched. If they moved it. Oh dear, have they moved it? Has this video lied to me? Hold on. Or is it further down? Oh no, it's further down. Okay, but you know, lightning shield. Or thunder shield as it's called, they called it here. Not quite sure what you'd think to look here. But hey. I don't know if you can just exit a level and keep the gem. I'm not sure.
Okay, let's blast through here.
Your favourite Sonic line is Green Hill's looking a lot more like Sand Hill now. So your favourite line isn't even from your favourite game? Or from your favourite Sonic game? That's it, my favourite Sonic line wouldn't be able to be from my favourite Sonic game because it has no dialogue, so... Who's faster, Sonic or Zebra? Donkey Kong? Probably Sonic? Because it's Sonic. He's described as being able to move at the speed of sound, or even beyond the speed of sound. Like that. Not sure if Zebra Donkey Kong can move faster than the speed of sound. Can he run on water though? What, Sonic? Yes, as early as Sonic 3. He could run on water. He was literally running on water in Kingdom Valley. He was running on waterfalls.
That tornado's carrying a car.
But in 06, like in Wave Ocean, it has that weird thing of like he slides on water in Wave Ocean for some reason. On one hand, I almost admire the absolute chaos that is the original Crisis City Nightspeed section. On the other hand, this is much less annoying to play.
Here comes a billboard.
And you can increase the stakes by holding forwards to run faster, so...
Jump.
That explosion at the end is cool. There we go, much better run this time. S. 10,000 points. Well, not even 10,000, like 100,000 points. It's a lot of points. Alright, where's Flame Core's gem? Can I be bothered? Maybe I'll do this off stream, I don't know. What is under mods? Do I... Stages? No stages available. Characters? Sonic? I mean, it's got a mod loader, but I haven't done anything with it. Hello? Game? Gonna... I think I've got to manually quit that. That got stuck there. Okay, note to self, don't mess around in the mod menu, apparently, without having any mods there, apparently. Right. Yeah, I can't bother to go and get those gems, at least on stream. Let's mess around in the test stage. Why not? You know, it's a 3D Sonic fan game. It's gotta have a test stage to, like, you know, make sure physics are working properly and all that. Alright. I did see something in this test stage when I was like messing about earlier. Just making sure that the game was like working properly. Should really be careful, and I want no rings. Surprised I didn't get hit, to be honest. Is the game muted? No. Is it just not wanting to capture? Let's try turning off and back on the capturing audio from the game. Okay. That was just OBS bugging out. Let's see if I can find... what I found earlier. Actually. What's in here? I've not been this way. Oh. That's not very inviting. Ow. That hurts. Okay. Oh, this is take a lot of hits. I don't recall this being here last time I like properly messed around in the test stage. But it's been a while since I have properly messed around in the test stage, so... Do I get anything from beating all the enemies here, or are they just infinitely spawning? My ring. Oh, there's one enemy there. Okay, it's just a dark room full of enemies, okay. Weird. Let's go in here. Random text here. For as much as the game has better controls than 06, it's not quite got proper. It's not quite on the level of other things in terms of sort of Sonic's ball physics. Certainly a lot better than the original 06 was, though, in that regard. Where does this warp point go? Oh, is this what I think it is? Let's see. Well, Sonic, obviously. So I think this is based on a prototype version of Kingdom Valley, based on the Tokyo Game Show version, I believe. Or if the name's to be believed. The developer of this, Chaos X, has also done a standalone thing called Project TGS, which I believe is, well, basically the same thing as far as I'm aware.
Yahoo!
When you are near a trail of wings, you can do a light dash by pressing the Y button.
I'm not seeing many differences right now, though. Maybe it's just because I'm playing well.
Let's try going up.
Maybe the changes aren't in these early areas, or in these higher, in the high route.
Yahoo!
Okay. It's just the first area, and I guess if there are changes in the level design, I bypass them. Unfortunately, one of my burdens in life is being good at Sonic 06. Yeah, another thing you can do, you can change the interface to look more like the prototype versions. So you can have, have the text boxes like they are in the normal game, how there's in E3 versions, kind of like the cutscene text or things what I normally have. I guess item boxes don't display at the bottom of the screen in E3. I don't care about timers showing up. Health bars, loading screens. See, I'm all set to like retail or E3, or you can have it custom like I do. I do generally prefer the final games interface over the E3 versions, for the most part. I've not actually tried what the E3 camera is like, but where it says it's like slower speed and like shorter distance, I don't know what, that doesn't sound good to me, having like being slower, so I don't know. It's always nice when fan games, like especially fan remakes, have these kinds of options. It's one of those things that, you know, why have I gone in the mod menu? This is a bad idea. Oh, right. This is why I have a mod. Mod loader. Uncapped frame rate.
Let's get going.
Wasn't really sure if the frame rate was capped in the first place, to be honest. Let's have a quick look-see.
I've got to hurry and save Elise.
That looks no different to me. And obviously it wouldn't on stream because, you know. Actually, no, maybe it does look a bit different. I would have to run it with a frame rate, like a frame rate tool on to be able to tell. So. There's like a hidden something somewhere around here. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm... There's a ring box up there. I can't remember how you get to it. You're probably not meant to do it like that. Oh, shield. Shields were mentioned in the original Sonic 06's manual, but they're not in the final game. Oh, do they protect me from the Vulcan missile shots? They do. Nice.
If I do a homing attack on that robot, I'll be able
Whoops.
to reach the other side. I've got to hurry and save a li-
Well, that was me messing around. So, yeah, just before we hit the thingy, just before we hit the ending screen. So yeah, I will be doing the Silver and Shadow levels as well, because as I said, I've not done them in my own time, personally. I've only really ever played the Sonic stuff, partly because the earlier versions of Project 06 did only have Sonic, and, you know, playing as Sonic is my preference. It's what, you know, I like playing as Sonic in my Sonic games, so, you know. So that's gonna be, so yeah, getting through the other campaigns, so to speak, of Project 06 is gonna be the next thing I do on stream. I've been wanting to stream Project 06 for a little while now, just because it's another one of those, like, it's a fan game remake of a Sonic game that I wanted to show, just like how I did with Triple Trouble 16-bit, and yeah. Also, it'd be better me doing that than deciding to do this again, because, yeah. Ugh, this game. Oh, we're not talking about trailers. The manual, Sonic 06. The manual that comes with the game tells you somewhere, tells you that there are shields in the game and they're not in the game. Like, the manual's like, oh, you know, you can receive these power-ups. You can't receive that power-up. Mind you, the game probably also tells you that that Sonic's meter goes down. And it doesn't because it's not programmed properly. Well, they didn't finish programming it, I should say. Does it mention the meter? Okay, all it says, you're allowed to continue to use the action as long as there is enough energy left in the action gauge. I mean, yeah, there's always going to be enough energy left in the action gauge when you're playing as Sonic, because it never goes down. But yeah, we're going to be playing through the Shadow and Silver levels for the next 1 or 2 streams, probably 2 streams, given that doing Sonic's level took me most of this stream. And that should give me enough time to think of something to stream after, because in a week's time, so Tuesday, next stream is going to be either Silver or Shadow. I haven't decided who yet. But next Sunday, it's going to be... Wait, no, Joe, not that. Next Sunday, the Sonic Racing Crossworlds Open Network test is going to be live, so I'm going to try and do that. I'm still looking forward to Racing Crossworlds, so yeah, I'm looking forward to finally getting a chance to play it next week, hopefully. The network test, I believe, starts on the 29th, and I'm off that week. I'm off work that weekend, so yeah, hopefully I'll have some time to play. So it won't be a first impressions of the network test stream, because I will probably be playing it in the days before, but I will stream it. It should still be going by Sunday evening. So I'll probably need then the Tuesday the 2nd after that to do to do the other campaign that I don't do next time. And then, so that will hopefully give me time to think of some stuff. But I'm probably going to keep it to sort of one-offs and stuff at the moment. Do you have to pre-order to do it as free? I believe it's free. I haven't pre-ordered the game yet. I haven't decided if I want to go for the full thing. But yeah, I'm probably going to be keeping things to one-offs for a little bit. Just because if I can find it, if I can find the dates. I have announced this technically on Discord a while ago. Just to confirm it though. So September, it's going to be September. So from the 19th to 26th of September, the Sage Expo is going to be running, as it does every year, usually in September. And so I'll be doing my usual stream during that time. So the 19th to 26th, that is going to, so 19th is a Friday, 26th is the next Friday after that, so probably for the Sunday, maybe even the Tuesday as well. Sunday 21st, maybe Tuesday 23rd, depending on how many games there are. Yeah, I'll be doing a Sage showcases. Yeah, where both my streams kind of go into that, I might actually dedicate both my streams that week to it, just so I can get through more games. Because normally there's a lot of games I leave on the table with Sage and Sonic Hacking Contests. So yeah, I might actually dedicate both those streams to it. And then of course the 20th. Actually no, possibly not. Sonic Racing Crossworlds comes out on the 25th. But if I decide to get the pre-order with the Digital Deluxe, that gets you 3-day early access, which brings you to 22nd. So actually no, 23rd. 23rd is most, unless I decide not to get the Digital Deluxe pre-order, 23rd is probably going to be first impressions of Sonic Racing Crossworlds. So that's in literally a day, as of yesterday, a month. So 4 weeks on Tuesday. Okay, so 21st is going to be Sage. Then 23rd, unless I don't pre-order it, is going to be Racing Crossworlds. So yeah, that leaves a few streams before. So I'll either do something shorter or one-off. Yeah, so it leaves 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So yeah. That leaves something short to do, or like 4 one-offs, or whatever. So yeah, that's where streams are going to be at then for a little while. So we got Racing Crossworlds Network Test next Sunday, Project 06 till I feel I'm done with it, basically, because there's no story campaign or anything. It's just levels. That's partly why it's better than, it's one of the reasons it's better than the original 06. You can ignore, there's no story, you can ignore the terrible, terrible, terrible story. You can ignore the horrifying Eggman design. You can ignore that. You can mostly ignore release. You can ignore Mephiles' terrible plan to fuse with Iblis by causing Elise to cry instead of just travelling back in time to fuse with Iblis when he's released, or fuse with Iblis when he's just rampaging around in the future. Sonic 06's story is terrible. I will not hear anyone saying that it's well written. Anyway. But that's where things are at the moment. Yeah, I don't want to be in the middle of things when things kick off in September. Also, they haven't, as far as I'm aware, I will double check though, because they have been at Gamescom, but Radical Fish has said that the Alabaster Dawn demo is coming sometime in September. They haven't announced when, But when that happens, rest assured I'm gonna probably do a first look stream of that as well, because we know I love Crosscode. As we can see from my ability to purchase physical items, I love Crosscode. You know, from when I first played it last year. So I am very much looking forward to the next game by the same developers. They've shown they can make a really good game, so I'll be looking at that demo when that drops sometime next month. Hopefully they don't follow other indie devs and delay it because of Silksong. Still September, standing strong in the face of Skong. I mean, to be fair, it's a demo release. It's not like they're not releasing the game. It's the demo, and I think they said they were planning on potentially doing the early access model for this game, like they did with Crosscode. So we shall see how that pans out. And yeah, why you couldn't just fuse with Future Iblis? Why you couldn't just? And if he needed to fuse with like an Iblis that's been freshly released, why he couldn't just travel back in time to when Iblis was released from the Scepter, or not the Scepter, in the Experiment. It's yeah, some indie devs are delaying their games because they kind of just know that because of how anticipated Silksong is, they don't want to get so completely overshadowed by it. Like, you know, you got this thing that was like, it's one of the most anticipated like high-profile indie releases, ever. They don't really want to go up against that. It's like, it's like in terms of mainstream, like, AAA stuff, you don't want to release at the same time as, like, GTA or something. I mean, Rayman Legends released at around the same time as GTA 5, and, guess which one sold more? I mean, guess which one I like more, but hey. Not that I've ever played GTA 5, but I think I would still like Rayman Legends more. I don't think Playtonic have said they're delaying anything for Yooka-Laylee. They're probably just, still making it. Like, I imagine they're still making Yooka-Laylee. So. Anyways. I'm now just chatting, so let's finish things up. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Whether you've been here the whole stream, part of the stream, chatted, lurked, whatever, it's always very appreciated. And yeah, I've already said what's happening. So more of this on Tuesday, either Silver or Shadow. And then next week, hopefully, is going to be Racing Crossworlds Network Test. I'll have already been playing it for a bit by then, so yeah, I should have an idea of what I want to do on the stream by then, so hopefully it won't be a stream of figuring out how it works. Yeah. Anyways, that will do it for today, so thanks again for watching, and have a good rest of your day, or night, evening, for those in this country.